If you are in a relationship right now, let me turn you on to the Ritual app. You are going to schedule your one-on-one session live with your clinician every week. I happen to be one of them. And in preparation for these sessions, you and your partner every single week, you're going to look at your video content that is curated for you and your partner. And you're going to learn the relationship skills that you need to really keep your relationship running smoothly and to keep both of you strong and emotionally healthy. And you're going to meet with your clinician afterwards. You're going to take the assessment. You're going to do your journal prompts and take the assessment so your clinician can find out how you're doing and how things are going in your relationship and the areas that you may need to get stronger in. But Ritual is an absolutely amazing app. It's going to help keep your relationship on track. It's going to give you that curated time with your partner every week to work on your relationship. And so I want you to check out the link at the bottom of this video and click on it, and you will get 20% off of the Ritual app. You also have the opportunity to message your clinician in between sessions. So you can also do that. But it is an absolutely amazing tool, a great modern day tool for couples to keep their relationship strong and healthy. So check out the Ritual app today, and don't forget to use my link to get 20% off of your first month of Ritual. And if you'd like to work with me, please let them know you're interested in working with Anita Stoudmire.
My apologies. I'm not sure what happened, but we got disconnected, so I'm going to start again. Are you ready? Welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon here on the East Coast in Virginia, in Richmond. It is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day, very hot, but just a beautiful day overall. And so I came on live because I wanted to talk about something very specific. But I also wanted to invite you all to a live that I will be having at 4:00 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, over on YouTube. I will be interviewed by Stay Slick with Kit. That is his YouTube channel, and we're going to talk all about why are you single. So my apologies for my previous live cutting off very suddenly. But please join me on YouTube at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are available, and join us for a really lively, wonderful conversation. But very quickly, so I'm heading home, getting into hair and makeup, but really quickly, I just left the clinicians meeting where we talked about a whole variety of things, but we also talked about something we are seeing more and more prevalent that we don't talk enough about, and it is, it is female narcissism. It is female narcissism, okay? And I believe the light version of female narcissism is entitlement. So this entitled idea, this entitled essence of the women that we're seeing today, we're seeing a very entitled woman today. And the younger women, I see this in a lot of younger women. It's not to say I don't see it in older women, but I do see it in a lot of younger women where they are being taught this way of conducting themselves with men that is very transactional. And I think it's actually downright sad that today's 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, they're being brought up in this time where, I'm seeing more and more women than I thought would ever be involved in sex work, would ever be involved in OnlyFans and all these other, escorts and all this other stuff. I see it as an epidemic. People are saying, oh, it's not really that many women, Yanita, it's a very small percentage of women. And that may be true. And maybe it's because we're actually seeing it now, whereas, in my day, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have social media, so we didn't see it. But it is like an epidemic of women that are subscribing to this entitlement attitude. They have traits of female narcissism, and it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I guess I talk with women about this because I know where these traits come from. Like, I know where the entitlement comes from. I know where the narcissism comes from. And it comes from trauma, right? It comes from trauma. It comes from our childhood. It comes from our young adulthood, our early relationships, that we get mistreated, we get used, we get abused. But here's the thing that I want to tell these women is that you becoming this narcissistic person, you having this entitled attitude, you having this transactional attitude, this nature of, I won't do this unless you do that, or I won't be with someone unless they do this for me. And, that no one wins. Like, no one wins, right? And you may get everything your soul and your heart desires. You may get the car, you may get the house, you may get the bags and the clothes and the shoes and get your hair done and your nails done, but your soul suffers. Like, that's the thing you have to understand. You become a soulless person. You become a person without a soul. And it's like, when you really sit down with yourself, like, are you pleased with yourself? Are you really happy with yourself? Or is there shame attached to you getting the things you're getting by, having this transactional nature? Or the entitlement for a lot of women is not having parents that paid attention to them, not having parents that met their needs, not having parents that were emotionally attuned, not having caregivers that, cared about them and actually met their needs and actually, went to see them play sports or see them play music or sing in the choir or whatever their thing was. They did not have caregivers that paid attention to them and, that gave them the things that they really needed outside of the financial realm, right? And so now they're saying, well, I can't count on people to give me the love or the emotional attunement, or I can't count on people to really show up for me. I can't count on people to really see me. So how I'm going to do things is I'm going to have them pay. Like, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. They're going to buy me things. And they're going to take me places. And that's going to fulfill my soul somehow. It won't. Right? You can have a man buying all the things and taking you all the places, and yet that person, really doesn't care about you. They really don't care about you like that. And let you not be as fun, not be as sexual, let you not be what it is they came there for. Let you not be that. Like, let you be sick, let you be hurt, let you be emotionally, messed up because your dog died. You're going to see what that person really thinks about you. You're going to finally see how that person really feels about you. And you all's relationship is transactional. When you are fun, when you are bubbly, when you are, giggly and giddy and you're being sexual with me and you're, doing all the things I need you to do, when you look good, right? When you look good. Sure, I don't mind paying your bills. I don't mind buying you this and taking you here and doing this with you. But let you not show up that way. Then what? And the truth is, if I can be honest, you're right back to childhood. You're right back to where you started, feeling unseen, unheard, uncared for. If I don't show up a certain way, I'm not going to get my needs met. But this is what happens to women who don't have parents or caregivers who are emotionally attuned, who are unconditionally loving. Y'all know I don't believe in unconditional love amongst adult people, but the closest you're going to get is the love of a mother or a father. That's the closest you're going to get to unconditional love on this earth. Now, God's love is available to us all, and it is truly unconditional. It is truly unconditional. God is out here getting you up every morning, putting breath in your lungs and letting you see and letting you hear every single day, and half of y'all ain't even doing nothing for him. Y'all not even reading his book. Y'all not even praying to him or talking to him or spending time with him. Y'all not doing nothing for him. And God is out here blessing you every single day. That's unconditional love. That's unconditional love. Y'all technically don't owe him nothing. He sent his son to die for you. That's unconditional love, but y'all don't know nothing about that. Anyway, so, but the parent relationship, that is the closest many of us will come to unconditional love, right? That's the closest that many of us will come to it. I got to get off. Hopefully it'll let me get off because something is going on up here. And I am rushing to get home. I have a funny feeling it's not going to let me get off. I probably should have got off. Let's see what it'll let me get off. But that's where it comes from. The female narcissism and the male narcissism. I mean, all the narcissism. It comes from trauma. It comes from not getting what you want or need. It comes from, okay, now I got to look out for number one. I got to make sure that my needs are met. I gotta put myself above everybody else. I got to be selfish and all the things. I gotta think highly of myself, right? I gotta think highly of myself. I gotta believe that, the whole world revolves around me. I gotta do that. I can't rely on other people thinking that. I can't rely on other people coming through for me. Like, I can't do that because that may not happen. They may not happen, right? So I gotta do all that. I gotta put myself first and be number one. But there's a trauma in there. You have to understand that. There's something that happened. Babies are not born, with narcissistic personality disorder. We're all born very self-absorbed. We're all born to get our needs met. Like, that is a trait of every living being. We cry. We want to be held. We want to be fed. We want to be changed. Yes, babies are very self-centered, very much like, hey, it's all about me until it's not, right? But the narcissistic personality disorder, no one was born with that disorder. It's a healthy parent's job to teach their children, hey, the world don't revolve around you. Okay? The world don't revolve around you. You're not the only child I got. You're not the only thing I got to do. But you are important to me. You matter. I'm going to sacrifice and I'm going to take time out of my day to listen to you and care about you and love you. Like, that's what good parents are doing. There's a balance. There's a balance in there that a lot of people did not get. They either got a parent that didn't give a fig about them, didn't pay no attention to them, didn't go to their school play, didn't go, didn't do none of that. Or you got a parent out there that was like, oh, the world revolves around you. I personally think some people, a narcissist is created by parents like that, where the parent is codependent. The parent never teaches the child, hey, there are other people in the world. There's other things that we have to pay attention to. There's other, things we got to do. If you don't teach your children that, yes, that will become ingrained in them. It's all about me. I'm entitled. And mom, dad, you're going to do whatever I want. You're going to buy me whatever I want because, I exist. So you got those kids in the world where, in my opinion, their parents created a monster. Their parents created a narcissist because they never gave them boundaries. They never gave them limitations. They just said, yeah, it's all about you. And y'all not going to like this, but I think a lot of only children fall into this category. So people who only have one child and that child is the sun, moon, and the stars, yeah, those people tend to, they got some narcissistic tendencies. Not all of them, but that's what I have noticed. They don't share well. They don't work well with others. They don't take into account other people's time and things that they got going on. But that's just me. But I am seeing an uptick of female narcissism. And I mean, we're seeing an uptick of all the dark triads, right? Because of the culture, because of the world, everything that's going on in the world. But what's really scary is the uptick in female narcissism. It's downright scary. Women who are entitled, women who are cold and calculating. And, we have that in our nature in general in terms of, we have an inner strength that men don't have, but women are using it for all the wrong reasons. They're using it to sell their precious body for money. So they're taking that animus that inner strength they have deep down inside of them. And instead of using it to push babies out into the world and to be able to do hard things when it comes to whether it's their life or their family or children or husband or whatever, no, they're actually using it to sell their body online. They're using it to become this like cold, emotionless, without feeling. Like that's what they're using the animus for. So not in a good way, they're using it in a bad way. And we're just seeing this uptick in female narcissism. It's a whole thing. But women who live in a transactional state, it's because they don't believe in love. They don't believe in unconditional love, or they didn't get any unconditional love. They didn't get any, parental unconditional love or caregiver, whether it's your grandparents, your aunt, whoever raised you. They didn't get that. So to them, that's not even a thing. A person wanting to be around in my hardest time and not want anything in return, like that's not even a thing in their head. That's not even a thing. That's all I know. That's all I've experienced is situations like that. People and circumstances where, they're just like, I'm going to do this for you. No strings attached. Or I'm doing this for you and you don't owe me anything. Like, that's all I know. So for me, love will always be the way. Love will win because that is God, right? God is trying to show mankind that, how to love by his unconditional love. And y'all just, nope, I'm not trying to learn that. I'm certainly not trying to learn nothing about God. I'm not trying to learn nothing about Jesus, and him dying on the cross don't mean nothing to me. Okay, but as they say, every knee will bow, every head will bow, and every knee will bend. That day is coming. That day is coming where he's gonna show you better than he can tell you. So I want to learn now. Like I want to read the book and I want to pray and get the download. Like I'm not waiting till that day. I want to learn now. And I am looking to experience a love that is reciprocal, a love that is based on pair bonding, a love that's based on a mutually, exclusive love and care for another person. A love that's based in servitude, right? So when I am loving my children, I am serving them. I am doing things for them. I am serving them. And really, let's go here. I am doing things for them in service to God, right? So when I'm serving my friends, when I'm serving my family, my children, I'm really serving God. I'm saying, you know what, God, thank you. Thank you for sending your son. Thank you for him dying for us. This is in service to you. This is what I believe, is my payment for this place on earth. Like this is what I do, right? I want more people to think like that. There are a lot of people who think like that, but I want more people to think like that. And, the female narcissism, like I try to call it out. And I'm not going to lie. I get a lot of heat. And it's basically a lot of women, they will push back and basically say, this person did me like this. They did me wrong and this and that. And this is who, this is who they created. This is who I've become and blah, 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 blah. Okay. But just understand. So you heard of this saying called 2 wrongs don't make a right? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Don't fight fire with fire and all of that. Like you're not making things better. You're making things worse. So I just want people to understand that. You adopting this attitude of, hey, I was hurt, they hurt me, and now I'm going to turn into the meanest, nastiest version of myself or whoever. Like nobody wins in that. You don't win. Your soul doesn't win, and other people don't win. So be aware. The female narcissist is a real thing. The entitlement is a real thing. But it is born out of trauma. It's born out of a lack of unconditional love for that person, unconditional positive regard. No mom, no dad, or mom and dad that were not paying attention, were not emotionally attuned, were addicted, were depressed, were anxious, worked all the time, or whatever. Whatever your story is. But just know you can heal those wounds. You can work on that and heal those wounds and learn how to love unconditionally to the best of your ability. That's what I think is beautiful about children. my children helped to heal a lot of my wounds from childhood and from my familial, relationships. And I wouldn't even say my familial relationships were bad. They weren't bad. My parents, did a great job. But there were some things in there that I didn't get that I wished I had gotten. And so guess what I did though? Instead of looking to get those things from other people in a transactional way, I had children of my own and I served them. I gave them all the things I wished I had gotten. That's how I healed it. So it was not healed by taking. It was not healed by me first and being selfish and making other people pay for what my parents didn't give me. No, it was actually healed quite the opposite. Have 3 children, love them unconditionally, be emotionally attuned to them, give them what they need. That's how the healing occurred. And it also occurred through my relationship with God. So, but he told me that. He said, yeah, I'm going to show you how to heal. You're going to serve your husband, you're going to serve your children, and that's how you're going to heal that. You're going to give them what you didn't have. And by doing so, you're going to get filled up. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, so good talk. I got to run in here and get ready. 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please go to YouTube. Check out Stay Slick with Kit, K-I-T. Go to his channel. We are going to be live in about 32 minutes. I will see you soon. And as always, stay open to love.